Just okay. Hello, everyone. This is Tamisha at Young Talented and Thriving. I am a business and brand development strategist and coach and speaker. Basically, woman of all trades. So we had a really nice discussion tonight. I co-hosted um, a blab chat with Marcia Chambers uh, of Toastmasters. We're both in the same Toastmasters chapter, which actually Marcia founded. She is phenomenal. And we had our very first blab in a series of blabs tonight. And we talked about some of the important mindset shifts that we need to make as entrepreneurs. Okay. So, one of the first things that we touched on, okay, so just to preface that, this is going to be a summary of basically a summary of what we discussed tonight. Okay, I know I scheduled a blab. Scheduled a blab on my channel, and I forgot to come back and put the correct link, which was on the Toastmasters channel. So I'm gonna give you guys a quick summary for anyone who comes back into the channel later on, looking for the replay, trying to find out what happened. My humblest apologies. So one of the first things that, and this was mentioned by Marcia, one of the first things that we need to shift is kind of going from that mindset of, okay, I left the job and then now I'm in business, so now I'm gonna get steady income. Now, while it is possible to make steady income in your business, it's not as predictable and as well oiled necessarily as collecting a paycheck. It's basically like you work for an organization and that organization pays you a set salary irregardless of when you show up. Well, not irregardless, not totally irregardless, but they pay you a set salary. Okay, you once you have agreed upon that set amount, that is what it's going to be for however long until you have a job appraisal and you get a raise. With entrepreneurship, you actually determine what your salary is going to be to a large extent, but it's not a given. It's not a foregone conclusion that that salary is going to happen, because it depends on you and how much you're putting into the business that you're going to actually get clients to pay you that fee. And then of course your fees have to match what your target audience, the particular demographic that you're targeting, can actually afford. So there has to be a match there. And the value that you have to offer has to match what your fees are. Okay, so that's a little bit of a paradigm shift. That whole expectation of, oh, I'm gonna replace my income is not the most realistic way to go into business, because you kind of have to be ready for whatever comes. Yes, it is possible to make a lot of money right off the bat, but that's not the typical scenario. It usually takes a while to build up that kind of a momentum, especially if you're coming out of that 9 to 5 environment. It's not going to be a quick transition necessarily. Okay. Now, there are things that you can do to kind of speed up the transition, but typically most businesses they take some time. Okay. All right. So the second thing that we talked about tonight on our show was the fact that entrepreneurship, it takes a high level of commitment. Um, According to Marcia, it's not as easy as one, two, three. I'm trying to get a direct quote here. It's not as easy as one, two, three. It takes a lot of work, a lot of effort, a lot of heart. Be ready to invest yourself fully. Okay. One of the things that I brought up is that, welcome, Dennis. Yeah, one of the things that I am actually doing a recap of the chat that Marcia and I hosted at Toastmasters for Entrepreneurs. Hi. So I scheduled the chat on my channel, but I forgot to put the correct link. So I'm doing a recap. So the topic was actually on some of the mindset shifts that that you need to make as a business owner. Um, so welcome to the chat. Would you like to actually jump in and join the discussion? If you're an entrepreneur, I can open up a seat for you. One recourse, marketing professional. Okay, premier share. Okay. Oh, that sounds good. Welcome.
Hello.
Hey, good night, good night.
How
I
you
thought my
doing?
lighting situation was bad, yeah? I can see you. Welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
Good to have you, Dennis.
Thank
How did you
you.
find
Thank
me? Are you one of my subscribers? I think it's the first time I saw you. Wow.
yeah. I'm a newbie. New to the whole blab system, and
Mhm.
I just seen that your channel was on live, and it was talking about entrepreneurs. I guess I must have missed the first part of it. So I figured I
Okay.
would just pop in and introduce myself.
Wow. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Yeah, it's kind of late now, but hey, we actually talked about that on the blab too. So what happened
Yeah.
is I was on another channel. It's a Toastmasters for Entrepreneurs. That's a local
Okay.
Toastmasters that I'm in, and it's geared specifically for entrepreneurs. So we actually go through um, your business plan strategically with the speeches. So instead of just 10 speeches
Oh,
unrelated, it's going to be 10 speeches that are actually 10 components of your business plan. So it's actually kind of cool.
that's
So
pretty
this is one
cool.
of the things that we do. Yeah, this is one of
Pretty
the things that
cool.
we
And
do
I
to
missed
support.
Dang it. Well, let me follow you because I would have loved
Yeah,
to have
definitely follow.
heard that. Huh?
You said you're about to what?
No. I said I had missed that. I would have loved to have heard that show, but so I just decided to follow you. So I just clicked
Yeah,
on
definitely.
follow. Thing.
I'll give you a link
So,
to the replay, to where the replay is going to be posted, so you can actually watch the original show. I was okay.
okay.
It was my second blab since that I've
Right.
been hosting. But I actually really love the platform. It's really cool.
Yeah, I like. Yeah, I like it too. I've done excuse me a couple of shows
Mhm,
uh, on here on Blab on the platform, and I'm still fumbling my way through them. But I love the platform as a
mhm,
whole, and it really gives me the opportunity to connect with fellow like-minded marketers, which is
yep.
really important to me. So from that standpoint, my shows may not be the best quality, but the relationships that I'm able to develop and build on here are worth
Mhm.
way more, to me.
Yeah, there you go. There you go. Because the thing is, one of the things that we talk about, not necessarily in Toastmasters, but one of my coaches or mentors, I don't know what to call him, Bill Barron, one of the things that he talks
Yeah.
about is that we are not the judge of what perfection is when it comes to our product. Our clients are. So we
Uh-huh.
might put something out
Yep.
there and it's not to our standard of perfection or what good is, but that might be the perfect
Yeah.
thing to help that person.
Very
You know what I
true.
mean? So those
Very,
relationships are
very
still
true.
real and still very valuable
Yeah.
to someone. So it's put your best foot forward with what you have right
Yeah.
now and roll with it.
Yep.
That's basically what you have to.
That's definitely my philosophy. There's no time like the present, right? So just
Yeah,
get out there, go with it, trial and error, learn, and really move forward with
yeah,
that. So you work with startup businesses, like you
yeah,
personally, or
yeah. I do. So
cool?
it's been an amazing journey. I basically I'm a business and brand development strategist. I help
Okay,
entrepreneurs go from idea to impact to income. So basically, I
right.
help people that are still kind of in that foundational stage. They've had a little limited amount of success, but they really want their brand to take off. So I help them to kind
Yeah.
of strategize, you know what I mean? And
Okay.
focus on their long term goals, but break it down into manageable chunks so they're actually on purpose and on focus and get things done. Because sometimes we try and do everything. We have so many
Yeah.
ideas, we have so much we want to do, and we try and do everything and then we lose focus. And then it leads to discouragement because we're not getting anywhere. We're spinning our wheels. So by getting another person who's more neutral to the situation, it really helps.
Yeah.
It really, really helps. Because I
Wow,
can
that's
see when
awesome.
they're starting to
Well,
do that
you
thing.
can see the growth of it. Yeah, yeah, absolutely. Well, I mean, I mean, hey, I would love the opportunity to work with you, but I guess before you that would even happen, I guess I could tell you a little bit about
Yeah.
what I do and what Recourse is really all about.
Yeah,
So
definitely.
what Recourse, huh?
Yeah, definitely. Tell me.
Oh, so yeah, so what Recourse, what we do is being a marketer, myself and working with small businesses, I started to realize that there's just a really big disconnect between marketers such as us and the businesses that we need to help. One is
Hmm.
because we don't have brick and mortar locations, so it's not like we're easily accessible. You can't really find this. We're like kind of hidden in the patch. You don't really know what we do unless you ask us.
Hmm.
So I find that there's so much more value to bringing the two together and really working with some marketers because
Hmm.
marketers, just like small business owners, we're geographically stuck in our location because there's not a
Hmm.
way for us to get in front of certain business owners. So I work with marketers in providing a platform and a network where they can come, as far
Hmm.
as also business owners of one place where they can come to actually connect to the two. Because they're not going
Hmm.
on Google to search for marketers. And if they do, they're not going past page 3. And after that, that's about it. So that's all she wrote. So I just feel that your expertise and another marketer's expertise, they're different in their own way, but they both can provide value to business owners. And
Hmm.
so my idea is that I love to work with marketers and marketers such as yourself and connect you
Well,
to the network that I
I
have of
don't,
business owners.
I don't consider myself a marketer at all. I'm
Well,
more a business strategist. I more help people with that strategic planning because it goes beyond marketing. It's
yeah.
mindset, it's organization, it's a lot of different things. And my coaching is very custom. So someone might need a little bit more help with the business planning part. Somebody might need a little bit more strategic help in their marketing and networking plan, but that's not my expertise per se. I kind of
Gotcha.
help them as they need with from a strategic standpoint. So someone
So
as
strategic,
yourself
like a
is more of an
yeah,
expert in marketing. You see what I mean? So someone like you, I could
yes.
actually have you on my team. You know what I'm saying?
Ah, understood,
Feel me?
understood.
Okay.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely for what we're to do. That's fine. That's fine by me. So no, I can understand that. So it's more from a strategic standpoint of how they're going to implement, get from paid
Hmm.
step one to step two, not so much of the how they will notify or bring awareness about what their stages are. Is that correct? If I'm understanding?
Yeah, something like that. Something like that. We're getting there.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah. No,
We're
no, okay.
getting
Because
there.
I thought yeah, yeah, because sometimes I think that like brand strategies or marketing strategies, they can go one and the same, and you know, the marketing aspect, depending on how people look at it, I think could go very similar. It's a gray area. Some people think marketing is like email blasts, and that's an aspect of it, but that's not generally where they need the most focus on. The most focus that they need is the advice and the knowledge that comes with the years of experience of helping similar businesses in their
Hmm.
situation. And that's what most of
You
the
mean like having
clients that I work
ninjas?
with have found.
You mean
Huh?
in terms of industry specific experience? Like, let's say you have a lot of experience working with car dealers, and you know what
Yeah.
strategies work best for them. You mean like that? Something like
No,
that?
no. So I can give you an example. I do actually have car dealerships, but the way it would work is car dealership, right? They might want to work with a marketer or a strategist or professional in that industry, which is fine. But
Mhm.
if they've been working with somebody in that lane, somebody who's not in that, let's say somebody who's a professional in strategizing for a cupcake business, right? One's in
Right, that's
food,
different.
one's in auto. Yeah, they're totally different, and sometimes
That's
you
what I'm
need a
saying.
different aspect to move forward. To get beyond that. So it's not limited until unless the person specifically wants that industry. There's like, okay, we have somebody who can help you with that. But a
Hmm.
lot of times it's better to be open to a broader spectrum because they'll bring a different insight on how they can do something. So
Good point.
definitely don't
Good point.
definitely don't lock it in, and that's again one of the things that we really advise the small businesses on, where it's just
Hmm.
like you don't really know unless you ask somebody who is experienced. So it's more so if the marketer, as I like to say, is knowledgeable and confident in what they do, then we
Hmm.
allow the business owners to engage them on a neutral platform where it's not like, okay, it's a hard sell. It's, the selling has already been done. That's why both parties are on the platform to work together.
Ooh, I love that you brought that up. We were talking about this topic today about the difference
Yeah,
between sales and marketing. And some people don't
right.
realize that it's two
Oh,
different
okay.
things. It's two different things.
Yes, yes. Yes, it
I
is.
love, I like what you
Um,
said because there's a shift there because the distinction is that the marketing kind of preps you for the sale. If you have a
mhm.
well marketed business, then that sets it up so it's not a hard sell, as you said. And I am not a fan
Yeah,
of hard sell.
yeah. No, we eliminate the hard sell. We want people to know what they're looking for and know what they're going to be provided, and that's why they're there. It's not going to be
Exactly.
oh, and in a lot of scenarios, like I said in the past, as a marketer, I would have to educate first, right? Tell them everything this, then
Mhm.
explain what it is that I'm going to do, and then try to get to the whole selling point. And in between that time, so much can happen, so much can go
Mhm.
wrong. And where it is with this platform, what we offer is it's like, okay, a business will go there because they're looking for a particular advice in a certain area. So that's why they're on.
Mhm.
That's why they're on. That's why they sign up. And then the
Mhm.
mentor or the coach, they come there because they're looking to give their expertise.
Mhm.
So no longer do you have to explain what your expertise is. It's just kind of like, well, this is why you're here. This is why I'm here. Great. Let's get to business.
Yeah. Yeah. Pre-sold.
Yeah.
That's what you want.
So, but that's just to give you an idea of what one recourse is all about. It may not necessarily fit, what it is that your particular background is, but it's definitely that's the premise of what I do.
Well, that's why we get to know each other. How do we know what's a fit and
Absolutely.
what's not a fit without having that
Yeah,
conversation?
absolutely.
My whole business is built upon
Absolutely.
conversation because we discover so much and so much in common when we
Uh-huh.
actually talk, just talk things out.
Very true,
And
man.
also the
How
differences
long have you
because
been in how long have you been in your industry? Like how long have you been doing what you do?
I started doing coaching. I started doing coaching online and I started last year. So I'm
Okay.
pretty new to coaching. My background is in human resources, which business
Ah.
coaching is actually a branch of that. A lot of people don't know that.
Yep.
But I have basically been always starting businesses, but in the beginning, I was kind of doing them as a side hustle, doing it as a
Okay.
try, you know what I mean? Until I finally realized that it's time to actually launch a business and take it seriously, like
Gotcha.
do it for a living. And it's been wonderful since. Yeah. So I'm actually still
Very interesting.
relatively new, but basically
Okay.
there's a lot behind it.
Right. No,
Yeah.
there always is. There always is. Now, how do you
Yeah.
and for instance, how do you market, I guess, your business? Like how has that worked for you? I mean, again,
Well,
we may not go ahead.
interestingly enough, I don't really market per se. My marketing plan is
Okay.
not even implemented as yet. How I got my clients is through networking strategies that I use. I have particular networking strategies that
Okay.
I use where I actually build businesses in the local build relationships with business owners in the local community, and then through them just knowing
Right.
me and knowing what I do and so forth, I've gotten all my clients from that so far.
Okay.
So I am
Listen,
definitely gonna,
that's really awesome.
yeah, I'm
Look,
definitely going to be implementing some online marketing and so forth. But it's just in your business is kind of you're marketing, you're developing products, there's product design, there's actually delivering the service and stuff like that. So it kind of squeezes out. It kind of squeezes out some of the time. This is where you really have to just hire someone, just hire someone to do
well,
marketing for
I mean, you're talking to the person who could probably help you with that.
I know that's why we're having this
In
conversation.
yeah, yeah. And so, well, on the reverse side, because you as
Mhm.
a particular business owner, the benefits that you really get with signing up to one recourse because it's free for both business owners and marketers, so it's really free for them. And what
The
it
what?
does is, let's say you're getting ready to, excuse me,
What's free?
it's free to sign up
Oh, sign up for what?
to have access to. Oh, for one recourse because we work with both business owners and marketers, but it's free for both business owners to sign up to have access to the community is what I'm saying. So that's what I mean, like it's free.
Oh, okay.
So the way, yeah, so the way it works, I'll put the website if you. It's probably
Yeah,
easier
please
if
drop
you've
a
seen
link.
it on your free time. But the
Hmm.
way it works is for business owners such as yourself, you're getting ready to implement or think about doing marketing for social media. And now you could go out, you could read a couple of things, you could maybe do a Facebook ad or a Google AdWords, you could
Hmm.
do it, which is fine. But spending money with not knowing could be a lot more costly than
Yeah.
speaking to an expert who knows. So, like, so we have social media marketing experts who know as you're getting ready to say, listen, this is my business, this is what I'm getting ready to do, or this is where I want to be. And they will say, okay, YouTube is a good strategy for you.
Hmm.
Snapchat might not be the best strategy for you. Twitter is an awesome platform for what you're trying to do.
Hmm.
Facebook might not work for you. Just as an example, because not every platform is good for every business for every reason. So each platform has its own kind of dialogue on how people read and interact with it. But if you're new to that social media world,
Hmm.
you may not know. And you're like, okay, well, I'm just gonna do this. So
Right.
what we do is we really provide that platform for you to get that knowledge and that information to
Mhm.
make a really informed decision. And my favorite way to really put it in layman terms is you don't need a lawyer until you're in trouble, and you don't need a marketer until you get ready to market. But you actually need them when the time comes. So, uh,
Mhm.
that's really how we help businesses on that aspect.
That's pretty awesome. So I'm definitely gonna check out your resources here. Thanks for dropping the link. Um,
No problem.
Young talented. So what are you looking to get help with in your business? Talent.
Well, the strategic part of what you were mentioning is something that I could definitely use because uh, working with a lot of marketers and working with a lot of business owners, the structure it can fluctuate because it's two totally different beasts that I have to bring together as one and manage the relationships and the
Mhm.
connections. So definitely structuring that
Mhm.
would be something would love to speak to you about. So let me
Mm.
click on your link here. That's definitely something that I would love to speak with you about to see how I could streamline it a little bit better.
Okay.
See where there might be some flaws that I have because I can't say my business is perfect,
Mhm.
but it
No one
definitely
says.
takes an outside eye. Yeah, definitely takes an outside eye to
Mhm.
kind of look and see this is something that I've noticed. This is something that maybe, can it be improved?
Mhm.
Vice versa.
Yeah. Well, the first thing when I went to your website, I looked at it and it said NCMA March Madness. So first thing I'm
Yes.
thinking is your ideal client is men right off the bat from just the
Well,
visual.
so I,
From the visual.
I probably should have warned you. Yeah, yeah. I probably should have warned you about that.
No, that's
Um.
okay. No, I'm just assessing because
Oh, okay.
from a visual standpoint, that's what it's communicating, which is not a bad thing because
Right.
that could be your ideal client. You have to cater to them and what's attractive to them. Was I right?
It's yeah, no, it's not my ideal client, and
Ah,
I'll explain.
so we need to talk
So
about that.
so what that yeah, yeah. So what's that going on with that? Because I guess like I mean I really just came on to kind of to speak, and every time I come to speak, I don't really. My website is set up for a promotion that I have going on,
Hmm.
so it totally has nothing to do with like unless you look for it, you'll see my actual services. But I'm an avid sports fan,
I can
and
tell.
so what we're doing. Yes, I totally changed my whole site for this.
Your whole site.
But March Madness is coming up. Well, the primary, like if you go through the rest of the site and you'll see it, but the primary of what March Madness is all about, it's the opportunity for business owners and professionals
Hmm.
to partake in a promotional campaign that's usually left for bigger businesses.
Hmm.
Um, it's going to be crazy. March Madness is for the next month in March is going to be the most talked about sporting event going on.
Yeah,
Everybody's eyes are going to be glued to it. So what I'm doing and what's going
the
on
men, the
is we're
men,
allowing businesses.
Dennis, the
No,
men.
men and women. uh,
I'm just like March
Okay,
Madness. What? What
the,
you talking about?
well, let's just say
I'll be
yes,
getting my nails
men
done.
mostly, but from a business standpoint, yeah, from a business standpoint, there's 64 teams. So we're opening up the brackets to 64 businesses.
Hmm.
And those 64 businesses are going to compete just like the 64 teams. So
Hmm.
if your team goes on, your business goes on until you get to the final championship. So it is
That's
men
hard.
based. I can't say it's not, but business wise, any business person, male or female, can capitalize on the opportunity and maximize the exposure for their business.
I know they can, but I'm just saying the way how you set it up now from
Yeah,
a
no,
visual
I got
standpoint, it's gonna draw in a
you. Yes,
man's eyes. But a woman is gonna be like, okay,
it is
that's for
true.
the guys. That's the first thing that she's gonna pick, which is not a bad thing if you
Yes,
actually
yes.
want to target the guys. It's not a bad thing at all. That's great
Yeah.
to have a target.
Yeah, it's targeting the sports fans.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with that. Because if
Yeah.
you're passionate about that, I would strongly suggest that you actually stick with that and build your tribe around, fellow sports lovers who just happen to be entrepreneurs, because that's a ready
Yeah.
market for you. I say roll with it.
Yeah. Well, yeah, it is for this. I'm rocking with it.
Yeah.
But like I said, as I'm speaking to you, so I didn't want you to feel as if I wasn't trying to turn you off because I'm just like, I know when people go to the site, they're either gonna get it or they're not. And right now, that's
But you
fine
want
because
that.
I'm doing it. Yeah,
You
exactly.
want
That's
that
what
in
I'm doing it
business.
for the month of March.
You want the people that are gonna love you like crazy, and then other people are gonna be like, yeah. You want that because
Yeah,
that way
yeah,
you're gonna attract
absolutely. For this,
your ideal clients.
yes, for this month, for the month of March, that is
Yeah.
my end
I'm
game.
not turned off by it.
It's my okay, but
It's
that's the
like
premise of it. But
I'm not. I'm a. I get to see everything as a business and brand strategist. So nothing.
yes, yes.
I'm supposed to be like, okay, whatever. Your graphics look horrible. Okay, let's see how we can fix it. But if they did look
Yeah,
horrible,
yeah.
that wouldn't be a turn off for me. I'm not saying that they do.
Okay,
That would
okay,
be a
okay.
problem that I could actually help you solve, not a turn off.
Gotcha. Understood. Understood.
But it's not
Understood.
bad.
Understood.
It's not bad. It's super super niche down, which could actually really work in your
Yes,
advantage for March. Yeah. Well,
absolutely.
I put a link there that you can actually sign up for the coaching session. So you can actually go right
Okay.
in
I just
and pick a
going
time.
in there now.
Yeah.
Going in now. Let's see. We have. Oh, wait a minute.
Yeah, it's a 45 minute 45 to 60 minutes. Might not be a whole 60 minute strategy session. And then
Okay.
I might send you out a questionnaire beforehand to fill out, or we might just kind of just have the conversation on that day, depending on what my schedule looks like.
No problem.
You know.
I'm filling it in now.
Yeah.
I'm not a robot.
You are not? Okay. That's good to know.
Yeah. So yeah.
I,
So other than I guess my slap you in the face March Madness. What do you think of this site?
I'm sorry, I stopped at March Madness. I was just like, it says do not enter to me. It says you are a woman. Do not enter.
That's
Okay. To to be honest, what I would really love to see you implement,
yes.
and we're gonna talk about that, is to kind of tie it in with the business because it seems to be a little bit of a mismatch. It's saying sports, and then up there in tiny words it says business and stuff. Because I was like, wait, am I on the wrong website? But then when I looked,
On
I
the
saw,
wrong
okay,
page.
that's actually his website. So what we want to do is kind of tie it together and use the theme, but
Okay.
make it obvious that it's a business website, but we have a sports theme thing going on right now. So that's kind of where
Gotcha.
I can help you with that. Yeah.
Okay. Makes sense. I could definitely tweak that,
Yeah, definitely.
from a
Definitely.
non-biased standpoint of mine. So I
Yeah,
appreciate that. Thank you.
no problem. This is what the neutral outside eyes. I'm sure you saw something with my website. Mm,
I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling through as we talk, as we speak.
that I
I'm
didn't see.
scrolling through it.
I'm sure.
I like your booking. The way you have your booking set up. I
Thank
like
you.
how that works. Yeah,
Thank you. Thank
it
you.
was easy to do. It was quick, fast, all in one page, and I was in and I was out. So I like that.
I aim to please.
You did good. You did better than I did. You didn't scare me away.
All right, props for Tamisha.
Absolutely.
Okay, okay. Well, thank you. He actually follows instructions. That's good.
Yeah,
You have potential as
I'm
a
good
guy.
like that. Yeah,
Huh?
I'm good like that.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
good
You
like
have
that.
potential.
I take action.
I like that.
Yes,
That's good. I'm all about those action takers. Okay,
yeah.
because
Listen, that's what you got to do. There's no, you can't wait around.
no, because we gonna die one day. Listen, not to sound morbid, but the thing is, at the end of the day, the death rate is a hundred
Uh-huh.
percent. Okay,
Woo.
so our responsibility, we have a moral responsibility to actually serve the people that we encounter while we're here, and all we have
Yeah,
is really today. I don't know if some people
very
even think
true.
about that because tomorrow is never guaranteed. So we want to be making the most of the moment that we're in, not
Mhm.
waiting until someday because someday may or may not come. But you have now. What are you doing with what you have in your hand? You know,
Right.
some people wait until
I
the perfect
definitely agree with
time,
you.
till they have more money, till they're more, you know, more perfect, more experienced or whatever. Start where you are now because what you have to offer can serve someone, guaranteed. You know, unless it's like brain surgery, do not attempt that on any person
Yeah.
without years of years and years and years of practice.
Yep.
Yeah,
I
but
trust me. I get it.
well, I definitely look forward to. Well, actually, I should probably just check. I can actually check now
Did
and
it come
see
through?
if I get it.
Should I set it for a 4 p.m.?
hmm I'm looking. I'm looking. I'm looking for the email. Hmm See, that's
Boom,
as
boom,
close as
boom,
I will
boom,
ever
boom.
get to the sports. Like maybe as a cheerleader or something
That's it, huh? Well,
on the
well,
sideline.
all right, next time
I
you
can write
visit
the
the
chair.
site, well, after March when you visit the site, it'll be universal neutral.
Oh Lord, you lost
Yeah.
me. I'm just like, what? Oh my God. I'll write.
I
I
will have
will.
a neutral site.
Oh,
Yeah.
you don't want that. Okay, you know what? We need to talk. We need to talk about your branding. No neutral sites.
It will
Okay,
definitely
we wanted to say
it'll
something.
be a site. It will be a site that appeals to all business owners. I should say that.
Okay, we need to talk about your ideal clients. Okay,
Okay.
your marketing needs to be targeted to someone, not everyone. Mm.
Well, it's specific enough. If you know,
You said all
like I
entrepreneurs.
know. Oh, all right. Let me rephrase
So
that.
it's not really target.
Small business, small business
Uh-huh.
entrepreneurs and marketing professionals are my
Okay.
target audience.
What's a typical client? Okay, tell me who is
Uh,
your best client? I mean, you don't have to tell me the actual name or whatever. Just describe him. Oh, he's a baker.
uh,
He has two
oh,
employees.
clothing store owner, auto mechanic owner, boutique owner,
You just gave me three
musician.
people. Stop.
Oh, how many did you want?
Stop. You just gave me like four
Huh?
people. And I asked you for who is
Oh,
your
you just
best
wanted one?
client. Yes.
Who was
One.
my best client?
Yes. Your actual
Oh,
best client.
okay. Automotive.
So he is a guy, right?
Yes.
Right. So this person, he's a guy. He's in the automotive industry.
Uh huh.
How big is his
Yes.
business? Is he a small business, medium? Mm.
Yeah, he's a small business.
Okay. What do you know about him apart from the business? Does he like sports like you do? What's the
Yes.
connecting factor?
Yes, he does.
Mm.
The connecting factor is, well, we both like sports.
Mm.
Um, we both have vision, you know.
Mhm.
So he wants to take his business places, and that's the most common connector.
Mhm.
So we have casual, but we're able to work well together. We're not best friends, but we have a respect, and he has a vision, and I respect that about him,
Mhm.
and I help bring his vision to light through
Mhm.
marketing purposes.
Well, there you go.
So,
Uh, Let me ask you a question now. Let's call him Joe.
yes.
Um.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, that's like the most generic name ever.
Let's
Um.
talk about Joe. Good old Joe.
But okay. So Joe is like the perfect client for you because I mean you connect with the sports and stuff like that. He's a visionary and so forth. Something about working with him energizes you and so forth, and you end up doing your best work. So what you want to do is actually build a
Right.
business that is full of Joes. Okay, I mean they'll
Mm.
have different
Uh
names, but you want to
huh.
have yeah, that'll be weird. They were all named Joe.
Joe 1, Joe 2, stand up.
You have to get a mailing list. Make sure you specify your last name and your middle initial on the mailing list.
This is like we'll set up the appointment later with Joe 3.
Like Joe's on the line. Which one? I have 500 Joes. Can you specify?
It's just like I'm gonna call you Joe Bob, Joe Lou, Joe John, Joe E, Joe Eddie. But
That's
that's
horrible.
how I've distinguished it. You're gonna get a second, third
That's
name.
horrible. But what you want to do is create your business around that ideal person so that when you do your marketing and stuff like that, it feels like it's tailor made for that person. It feels like you're speaking to him, particularly Joe. It's like, oh my gosh, this person, he likes sports too. And yeah, he's all about vision and stuff like that. I need to get behind him. You know what I mean? I need to go and get this. I need to connect with this person because at the end of the day, people are buying into you and your brand and what you have to offer and, the promise that you're going to actually fulfill the promise, that you say
Of
that
what
you
we
are
said
who
we're
you
gonna
said
do.
you are
Yeah.
and you're going to deliver. So they want to know, like, and trust you. As a matter of fact, you want them to know, love, and trust you, not just like, you know what I mean? Because you ever seen like the Apple fans? You know what I mean? I mean, they go crazy. They would go into a chat room and have
Yeah, they
arguments
love when that
over
new Apple
Apple
comes
versus
out.
PC and bash one another because the loyalty is there. It's like heart thing,
Uh-huh.
and you could definitely
They're
talk about that
diehard fans.
with the sports, right? With the sports fans.
Yeah.
So you want to create that.
With my sports fans.
Yeah, yeah. Well, I'm just saying, like, Team Dennis. That's what I'm talking about. You want people
Yeah.
to be that loyal to you.
Understood. Yes, 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 yes.
Yeah. Well, it is.
I
It's
agree.
11:42 p.m. I actually didn't get your email though. It didn't
Oh,
come through. I'm not sure why.
I got
Oh
your
wait.
response.
I got
I
it. I
got
got
your
it. I got it. I think I just needed to
yeah.
refresh. Yeah, I just needed to
Yeah,
refresh.
yeah, I was gonna say I received the notification that you got my email.
Okay, no problem. So I look forward to chatting with you. Let me see. You said 4 p.m. Is that
Likewise.
tomorrow? Not tomorrow, right?
The 17th, I think it's the 17th. I was available.
Okay, good. Next week Wednesday. That's perfect.
Yeah. Yeah,
So
yeah, next week Wednesday.
awesome. So we will definitely chat. I have your website, so I will actually take a look at that and review it before we talk. And I could probably do like a mini
Well,
assessment.
you should make sure you sign up. You should sign up too. It's free for you.
No, I have to
Then I
sign
can
up
better
because
explain.
I have to sign up because I have to know what you're sending out to your list too. I got to do a full
Yeah. See,
360.
you got to see what I'm doing.
Exactly. I'm gonna talk to you about that.
Yeah. So,
I'm just messing with you. Just having too much
so
fun.
you can get a better idea of
Mhm.
outside of my March Madness sports fanatic.
There's life
On a more
outside.
serious note,
It's so big.
yes,
Like
see,
I got
there's
no
life
idea.
outside of it. You know. So on a more serious note, you'll be able to see
Mhm.
and get a real feel for what recourse is really all
All right, no problem. So do I go to news and updates?
about. But it was
Just hit join the friend.
yes, news updates, book clubs. No, not to join the frenzy. Frenzy. You don't want to do that. Just go to
I don't want to join the frenzy.
learn
It
more
sounds
or all
fun.
the way at the bottom.
Joining the
Well,
frenzy.
that's for the sports fans. That's for the sports fans. They want to join the frenzy,
Wait, so what does
but
this have to do with the
you
business?
could just do the.
So you're saying it's
Oh, okay.
non-business
So
related? Hmm?
no, it's business related.
Mm-hmm.
So the join the frenzy is for businesses that
Mm-hmm.
want to get promotional sponsorship during March Madness. That's what join the frenzy is about.
So why do you say it's for sports
The
fans?
contact,
If it's for
huh?
businesses, why do you say it's for sports fans? You're marketing it for sports fans. So only businesses that are sports fans can benefit from that, or all businesses can benefit from it.
No, all businesses can benefit from it,
Mm-hmm.
but all businesses aren't going to see the opportunity in it if they're not aware of if they're not aware of what March Madness is and
Mm.
what value it has as far as exposure for their business
Mm-hmm.
during a peak time, then they're not going to find it interesting. They're not going to get it. It is going to be too hard to explain to them
Mm-hmm.
what it is. But for those who are in the know and really understand what I guess my target audience for this particular promotion,
Mm-hmm.
those will be the people who will join the frenzy, who will sign up in the next week because it's pre-launch right now.
Okay.
In the next week, Join the Frenzy is going to take you to a full breakdown of what the campaign is all about for
Mm-hmm.
individuals who may not be aware of all the craziness. So
Okay.
that'll be their introductory. But right now, it's just for the hardcore fit. Like it's very, very specific
Very
right
hardcore.
now as far as when they see it, they'll get it. And that's all I want. Next week is when I'll loosen up the reins and I'll explain for other business owners who may say this might be interesting. Let me participate in it before I sign up. Let me read more about it, and that's coming up next week. So that'll be changed.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So for you,
I see how you do it.
I would like you. You can click yeah. So for you, you can click contact us, or you could just do learn more if you just really want to kind of read a little bit more about the services that we offer.
Oh, so
But
you don't have an
the
email list in
contact is the
place as
easiest.
yet, right? No, you don't have an
No, I have an
email.
email list. Like where I said, yeah, I have an email list set
So
up
where is
and
it?
stuff.
Where do I sign up for that?
Excuse me.
Where do I sign up for that?
Just the contact, just for contact us. I don't have a pop up menu. So when you send when you hit contact us, you can just sign up your information. You're added to the email list.
Oh, okay. So this is where you subscribe?
Yep.
Oh,
Because
you,
the subscription, like with the subscription and when it comes to my businesses, I would like for you to
uh-huh.
understand what we do. I know like it's confusing right now because of what I have in promotion, but I want you to contact us. And once you contact us, before you even subscribe or want to get any other information for us, we're gonna have that dialogue, and then I'll explain to you the benefits, and you'll say, hey, you know what? I'm interested in learning further because it's free to join. And
But
if you want to do something beyond,
wait, hold
excuse
one
me.
second, okay? Let me pause the recording. 1 second. Let me just do this off.
Oh, okay, okay.
All right. So I actually came in to do a recap video, but what happened is I ended up having a really in-depth conversation with uh Dennis, and that was really good. Um, so I will revisit this topic at a later date. It's gotten really, really late, So I'm going to go to bed. Probably, maybe, probably not. But thanks for joining me and have a great night.